All right. What you got, Nathan? Yes.
Oh, you put it for 84 and section 6.4?
Oh, okay. Let's see. So this one's got 2y4, 24y cubed. Cool. I like it. So what would you do first? Yes, right? Because right now, I don't know if you guys remember, this is a weird little point to remember, but I know that this would never work the way it is because that is not half of that. But if you just always do GCF first, you're not going to have to think about it. Okay? There's a 2 and a y squared. Comes out. So what's left?
12y.
Cool. Now this one's almost too easy to believe because I need factors of 36 to add to be 12.
Yes.
6 and 6, yeah, it's kind of weird. So it's a square and it's square pieces. The 6 and 6 happen to work. So what would it be? It'd be
Y squared plus 6y and 6y.
no. I really that would work, but it's kind of I really want you to see when this is a 1. That's why do all that would work. No reason to do it. All right. Right. So right here, what do we get? The numbers that work. 6 and 6. All right. I'm done. There's no need to like rewrite the middle term. That method would work. It's just more than you need for when the first number is a 1. Yeah, we learned that first, and we didn't know anything about the multiply and rewrite the middle term. We did it before we knew anything about that. Because here, I just need the numbers and I'm done. When there's a number out front, oh shit. I need to set it up so the grouping will help me. Now again, if you set it up, if you break this middle term, it will work. It has to. But it's just too much work. Why would you do all that work? Maybe. So when you see that number's a 1, you go, oh good, thank God. I just got to get the numbers and I'm done. Say again.
I wrote the problem.
So this guy just keeps coming for the fried. Cool. All right. Yeah.
It was 1B on the list. It's basically factor by everything.
Yes.
I said a question. Can you go over that?
Okay. Make one that's like that one. Let's see.
So you can memorize it.
Good job. Can you? Let's see if this will work. I'm going to try to make these up on the go. No, it won't work. Let me make this up. No, let's just do this. Let's just make this a B. C. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. Just basically the same as everybody's 1B. It's the same. Same thing. Grouping. I like it.
This is text.
7b
Yeah, 7B.
b minus 5
Good.
z.
Z, I love it. Yes, sir.
You rearrange it to make it work.
Yeah, you could always.
The B and the Z would be a little bit different, so I could, for example, do 35BZ and 25Z and 5B and a 7.
Yeah, you could switch these. Yeah. You just got to be careful. There are some rearrangements that won't work.
It's easier to keep it like this.
But either way, if you see it better, if you turn those around, you could do that all day. Just sometimes they might have set it up so when you do this, it won't work. So there are some ways to put these, reorder these, and it won't work. But normally for us, these two can be switched and would still work.
We don't count on it.
Just be careful. If you switch them and it doesn't work, don't think the whole thing doesn't work. Just go back to the way it was written originally. Yeah. Cool. So what comes out of these guys?
Five.
No?
-5.
-5. I like it. Because I know I want this to be positive B, and right now it's negative stuff, right? So if I take a -5 out, I'm left with B
Plus 5. Negative 5.
minus
5 is 5.
5Z. Now real quick, don't write this down. If I had this, can I go one more step?
You think I'm
No.
Hell no, I can't. Well, what's the whole reason? Why would I be able to go the next step if these are the same? So, because they don't cancel out, then I can take them out. I can only take out stuff that everybody has. Nobody would have anything common.
Isn't -5.
So let me put it back the way it's supposed to be.
Negative
If
5.
that was a plus, it's telling me I made a mistake. 25 divided by -5 is.
So it is negative. You're just
Yeah,
saying if it was
I just said if it was that, you couldn't. It's trying to. The problem's trying to tell you you made a negative mistake, right? So let the problem be nice to you. I know I can go the next step because they both have this. That's why I'm allowed to go the next step. Can you factor this?
No.
No.
No, because these don't have anything in common. But if I made that an 8, now they both have a 4. Yay. Right? So if that was a plus, these guys would have nothing in common. I could not do the next
It
step.
stays that way. That's what I was going to say. It would stay that.
Yeah, it would, well, normally for us it would mean you made a negative mistake.
Oh, okay.
It's trying to tell you, hey, you should have changed that sign. I'm like, oh, okay, dude. All right. Thank you, problem. So what comes out?
7B minus 5.
Okay, cool. You can look at 7B minus 5,
B minus 5.
B minus 5Z. I like it. For the people that still want to make that a square, when you distribute this, is that 7B times B minus 5Z squared? No, it isn't, so it can't be squared. It's only 1 on each. It's when you distribute it that it looks like there's 2, but we know it was one thing that was distributed to both. Maybe. So then that's it. Cool. So that's how yours, everybody's 1B should basically work, something like that.
Can you do something like 1C? Just because I did down to. I just didn't know how to break it down after.
Just so you can have it. I'll get it. So what's in 1C? Everybody's 1C was a GCF problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just scream at you, just loaded with X's and Y's or A's and B's.
Yeah. Just happened to get the ones with the GCF plus 3. Like,
Well, everybody had one where you should have had a 1 left inside somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah. So I try to make my quizzes all the same level of difficulty.
Oh, that's quick. Give me one for service.
So if I had like 14A squared B minus 7AB plus 49A cubed B4, I like it. Right?
Yeah.
What comes out?
7 AB.
7, I like it. And then A and B. Yes.
Would be
2A.
Yeah, so 2,
2A
A,
minus 1.
and I had people do this 7,
A squared. B.
and they just leave that, and I'm like, no.
It's negative 1.
Because what do you do when you take some, when I distribute, what operation am I using when I distribute? What am I doing? Multiplying. So when I take something out and dividing, what is 7AB divided by 7AB?
1.
1. So it'll be minus 1. you could also think of it as a placeholder. If that's not there, when I multiply this, do I get all 3 terms back?
No.
Oh shit, I need a placeholder for that middle dude. That's another way to look at it. I prefer just something divided by itself as 1. So there's a 1 there.
So,
So,
my question with the problem I had, they all don't, never mind, because all 3 of them have to have the GC out, right? So you
Yeah, all 3 of them have to have the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I have a problem. 2xy, let me see. I got to a certain point.
Oh, is it on the quiz though?
Sorta, it's factored, something on the quiz is factored already once.
So see me for that, because I don't want to. I try not to do the quiz problems since everybody gets to correct them. So you can just ask me one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you demonstrate the x,
Oh, the master product, whatever if you call it that. I don't call it that. You mean let me make sure I understand what you mean.
drawing an x, putting the product on top and the sum on the bottom.
Like the 1F, right?
Yeah, because that's what the
Yeah.
form I have, the
So let's see.
portion of the other one. So it's negative 50 over negative 23.
I like it. So you get negative 50. And sure, if I personally, I don't understand, but if it makes you feel better, I don't know how to say this correctly. If you set it up like this, you're doing all the same work that I showed you need to do anyway. But for some reason, this seems to help people feel like they're more in control. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But if that helps you,
Takes the
great.
numbers out of my head and puts them on there.
I got you. One person so far has used, and this is not your fault. Some teachers show you a method. They might not call it bottoms up, but that's what the name of it is. I love it. I love the look I'm getting. I didn't make this shit up, and I'm not letting you use it anyway. It's kind of like where you get the numbers and then you divide, and then magic happens and the answer comes out. And I'm like, I don't like magic in math necessarily, right? So, yeah. So, but here, I know I got to make 2 numbers that.
Multiply to 50, or negative 50 and add to negative 4.
Yes. All right. So whatever way you want to do that. So I've shown you several ways. You can just make a list of factors of 50 and check them. You can try to make things that add to be 23 and check them. So how do you want to try to? I don't know if you.
What if you had a 4 and a negative 8?
Like a negative 8 here?
No, it's a 4 there.
4 there? Well, that ain't gonna work. Well, it could, right? What's some factors of? Let me make sure I don't look at this the same way. So you need factors of 4 that add to be negative 8. Is that what you're saying? And the only factors of 4 are 4 and 1, 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So that ain't gonna work. It can't make 8. If this was turned around, it would work. So that's why I'm curious. I didn't know which way it was supposed to be.
No, it's 4 on product.
I got you. So that won't work.
Okay.
Yeah. So something went wrong. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
But real quick, just to finish this guy out. Anybody have the factors of negative 50?
25 is fine.
Yeah. So
2.
what did I do? Which one's negative?
2.
The 25.
25. The bigger one. So now this is where I have to do this.
10x minus 25.
Minus
X.
X minus 2x. Or plus 2x.
You can do the
Minus 5.
I like it. Or like we said
Yeah.
before, you can turn this around. I like to keep the middle one positive.
But if you switch them, it's going to be easy.
No, it won't. Well, it depends on the way you look at it. I totally agree there. If the way you look at it, that's what determines where you put things. I like to keep that positive so I don't make a negative mistake. Right? Some people don't like this because there's nothing that comes out, but I say that's awesome. What comes out?
Nothing. 1.
1. So what comes out of here?
5x.
5
Oh.
x 2x minus 5.
Good. And then we just said a 1 comes out of there.
Yeah.
So then it'll be 5x plus 1, 2x minus 5.
Where did I write that?
wouldn't have looked at it that way. But I don't know. I would have gotten scared. Like nothing comes out of the 2x and 5.
This guy's kind of like, saying to you, hey.
So that's a 1.
Yes. Whenever there's nothing you can take out, you can always kind of take out a 1.
So x plus 1.
It's not a negative one that you take out?
No, because the 2 is already positive. That's what I wanted to be.
Oh, no, I was saying another problem.
Okay, sure.
Alright, after we're done, so.
I think we're done. Any more questions on this one? Okay.
Number 1 decrease.
All right. So again, I'm not going to do anything that anybody had. So everybody had this problem, but nobody had this problem. Let's see. Did I make them all the same? Yes, I think so. Yes. Okay, cool. What you got, Jeff? I like it.
Oh, for mine, what was the negative? For mine.
For 1D?
Yeah, 1D.
E.
E.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
E. Okay. It was a minus. It doesn't really matter. Let me see. All right. I'll just change it a little bit. There. Ooh, we got to change it a lot. There. It's the same steps, right? You just got to be careful with the negatives. So now I need what? 2 numbers that do what? Multiply negative 77. Add to be negative 4. What's the easiest way to break 77 up? 11 and 7. And 11 and 7 will make negative 4 if what is true?
Negative 11.
11 is negative, yeah. That's the way to look at it. So this being negative makes them have different signs, which makes them subtract to be this. Because that's what you do when you have different signs, right? This being positive says they're both this sign. So this would just be what? So if it was this instead,
One positive number. No.
you got to multiply the positive, so they have to be the same sign, so they're both
Negative.
negative. And again, 7 and 11 make 18. So it would be what?
Y minus 11.
Sure.
Y minus 7.
Yeah. They both negative, so they add to be negative 18. Maybe.
So, yeah, from the first one, F, we should change the sign here. I did that, but
It's like that.
yeah, but the first sign is negative. The second one is positive.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright, change it.
So now you need 2 numbers that multiply to be 50 and add to be negative 27. So they're going to be negative 25 and negative 2. They're going to have the same sign, so they're going to add to be 27.
Yeah, that's what I did. And then here,
Yeah. Why is there a plus there? That's my question. It was negative 2m and
Negative.
positive 9. How did it?
because right here it's negative, so I have to change the sign.
So you have to take a negative out, so there should be a minus sign.
And keep it positive inside the parentheses, right?
Well, if you take a negative out, then the 2 becomes positive, and then you change the signs. You left a plus outside, you didn't change any signs. If you took a negative out, then the signs will change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
On the homework.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is left on the quiz to talk about? Which one?
6.481.
All right, cool. This will be a nice review. I feel really bad for the people that aren't attending. Factoring takes a while to get into your brain. So let's see. Sorry, I forgot which one it was again. There it is. 81?
Yeah.
Uh, 6-4. Give you guys that. Yeah, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, because I know me. Anybody need that factoring outline sheet I gave out yesterday. All right. Again, this is almost too much information to handle, but the very top is just a quick reference guide on that handout, and then the bottom just over-explains all the methods. Cool. Sorry, where am I? This here. How many terms are there? Two. I'm purposefully forgetting something. Is it cubes or squares? It wants to be cubes. That's cubed, that's cubed. Is that something cubed?
No.
No. And of course, the reason I'm having trouble right now is because I forgot the first step, which is always GCF. If I do that always, I'm not going to get somewhere where I'm like, oh shit. What comes out of both? Good.
No, there's.
Now everything is cubed, right? 8 is 2, 2, 2, A, B, 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 okay. Right? So, yeah, so 2 comes for the right. Let's see now. Let me give myself some room. So 8A cubed is 2A, 2A. B cubed is B, B, B. Exactly. So write the 2, and then you got a little dude and a big dude. I like it, right? What is that? It's cheating, I think. Yeah, so in the little guy goes 1 of each plus B. So if I put 1 of each in there,
Yeah.
and at the end is B squared, I like it. So there's 1 of each and there's 2 of each.
So is it minus?
Yes, good. So it's got the opposite sign, so it can do what? What's its job?
Multiply.
Cancel. The middle dude is the cancel dude,
Cancel.
right? So minus
2A.
2AB. I love it. Whatever the hell you put in here, you just multiply. That's what always has to go here.
Oh, it's a plus.
I don't know what some of you guys had for breakfast, but I want to try it.
Same, opposite, and what?
Yes, the
positive?
same, opposite,
I didn't listen.
always positive. And again, I kind of, anyway.
I know you don't like corny, but I couldn't remember.
No, this is not that horrible, but there are some mnemonic devices that remove you from the idea. And the more removed you are from the idea, the less sense it makes.
That's
Always positive.
Always positive.
So if you don't like that, don't use it. I didn't even teach it before a few years ago. One of my students showed me that and I slowly warmed up to it, but I still don't like doing this kind of thing too much. It should just make sense. If that is the sign of this, if I made that anything other than positive, it would change that sign. If I made that a minus, oh shit, now I got minus B cubed, so that's got to be positive. I mean, that's why it's always positive, right? Yes?
So I thought you couldn't do it when it's adding it. Which one is the
All right. Squares are a lot less flexible than cubes.
Oh, so it's the
Because what's 2 squared?
4.
4. What's negative 2 squared? 4. But what's 2 cubed? 8. And what's negative 2 cubed? Negative 8. So cubes keep the sign the same. That allows them to be more flexible. We haven't seen all the picture yet, so I can't fully explain this as much as I want to, but is that any odd power maintains the sign. So it's allowed to handle sums and differences.
Every odd power.
What's that?
Every odd power, so like 3, 5, even the sign is going to be bigger.
Or the opposite.
Yeah, okay, I like it. Good. And real quick, screw it. That gets, I don't know if that's going to really help. Alright. Let's do another cube, and then I want to actually do some new stuff. We got one section left to finish up, and I have a practice test to give you guys. If you didn't hear it yesterday, the test is now on Wednesday, so Tuesday's review day. Alright, let's try another cube.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Plus,
It's home. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Could you do one factoring the perfect square trinomials?
Oh,
Yeah. Only one.
so I didn't teach it the way the book shows it because I don't like making it sound like there's a lot of different things to remember. I just treat those the same as any other ones. So we'll do one in a minute. I'll show you what I mean. There's a form in the book that if you like the form in the book, you can use it. That's fine. I just don't like teaching that because then it makes it seem like, oh, a whole other freaking thing to remember. No, it's the same. You can just attack it the same way. So I'll show you.
You know what page that's on?
I don't know, but
This one first.
oh, this one. I just made this one up.
No, I mean this one I'll look.
Oh, it's going to be in section 6.4, page 385. Yeah. All right. So what's the first thing I do?
Common.
Good. Is any GCF?
9.
3.
Good try.
9.
I really want you to get this.
No.
27 is.
It's 64, so-
I thought this one line.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
64?
Please tell me. I
tried.
tried so hard. That's a 4, right? It doesn't look like a Y at all, does it?
I mean,
I know I write bad, but
Yeah.
all right.
no, we can't divide by 3. It's not.
Exactly.
The
Can't
6
divide
and 4
by-
stay.
I like it. So there's no GCF, but you always want to check first if there's a GCF. All right. Next thing is I look at how many terms. So there's, the answer's right there. So what the hell to do with this? But there's 2 terms. It can only be squares or cubes, and everything it can be cut in. Can you cut it in half? Thirds. Yeah, I like it. 64 is an evil number. We were talking about this yesterday. 64 is 8 squared.
That's 4.
But it's also 4 cubed. I like it. And real quick, 64 is 8 times 8. 8 is 4 times 2, right?
So 4.
4, 4, 4. Oh shit, 8, 8, 4, 4, 4. So 64 works as the squares, and it also works as a cube. So when you see 64, how do you know which one it is? It's what the hell else is in there? I can cut this in thirds, that in thirds, so therefore I'm going to cut this in thirds.
Just because it says cube, right? That's how you know.
No, it's because when I see this problem,
Okay.
it's 2 terms, so it can only be cubes or squares. That I can cut in half, but neither of these can I. I can cut these in thirds, so I am going to cut that in thirds.
Okay.
It must be a cubes then, and that requires me to cut everything in thirds. 3 parts. So what's this going to be when I cut it in 3 parts? 3y, 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 3y. Does that make this what I have?
3y third.
Good, 3y cubed. Become a 3. You do it, Jeff. Okay. Doesn't that make 27? 3, 6, 9. Why 9?
Yeah.
That's a 9?
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was an A.
I thought it was a too.
I was
That's
told
why,
to say.
yeah, I don't know.
There's an A. An A's got a very small leg. That is just so desperately 9. I mean, come on.
You can write this is
All
4.
right.
This is 9.
After a while, I was like, it's got to be a 9.
9, there you go.
Highlighted.
64
It's
is
not Y, it's 4.
4, 4, 4. All right. All right. So, what do I put down here?
Small dude.
Yeah, little dude, big dude.
3y.
Yeah.
Cube
Cube.
Yeah. Minus 4.
minus 4.
4.
6y.
9
9y.
9y.
No. Yeah.
Because what's connecting these? Multiplication. That's how you become this when you multiply these. So this times this goes here. At the end goes 16. I like it. And the middle's going to be
Opposite.
Plus.
plus
12y.
Third.
12y cubed. You just take these and you multiply them.
Wait. Oh.
The middle term is always this times this opposite sign. Why is that? Because that's what makes all the extra crap I don't want disappear.
No, not right.
Yes,
So
sir.
3 times 3y cubed times 4.
All right, well, what's 4 times 3y cubed?
Oh, okay, I thought you were multiplying 3y and 9y.
No, that's what I could do to kind of check to make sure I'm on the right track.
Oh,
Right? That's supposed to come from this times this. Check. That's supposed to come from this times this. Check. And then this guy kills all the extra stuff out of
And
it.
why it's positive?
Because it's the opposite sign.
If it wasn't positive, it wouldn't cancel.
Okay.
Right? Whatever that is, this is supposed to be the cancellation, dude.
So the opposite sign.
Yeah.
So,
In fact, here, take a minute and multiply that back out. Check your work.
I'll take your word for it.
I thought you might say that, but do it. This is going to be on the test too, right? We're going to have multiplication and factoring, right? So let's be able to multiply this out. While you're doing that, I'll give you guys the practice test here.
Wait, when is the test?
Next Wednesday.
Wait, did we go over everything in 6
We have one section left to do.
So what is this? 6
This is a review, 6-4.
Okay.
I understand.
Because on the thing, there's like 6 or 7.
No, I don't think so.